What cast? New year. First one, 2024. Can you believe that, Lee?
I know, it's crazy.
I know. I still can't believe it's 2024. Do you remember when the year 2000, like that still feels like that's modern, doesn't it, to me?
Yeah, I know, yeah. I remember paying for attempting to pay for a taxi was about $8,000.
What yeah. We went to Icke and Drivel.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And we decided I think yous are going, come on, let's get a cab. I was like, fuck that, I'm not getting a cab. It's about $8,000.
And we decided car
yeah.
Yeah, and I wished I'd got a cab. So, like this week, then we're going to be talking about David Icke. If you're watching this, you can see that there's a little thing down there with David Icke on it. So, David Icke talking about that he believes that we're potentially all wearing a better version of a virtual reality headset, with more senses rather than just the visual. Is what Icke is.
I'm wearing Turtle Beaches.
What's that then?
The headset I've got on. The headset.
Oh, is it? Right. Is that a big brand then?
It's a big gaming. It's a gaming brand of headset.
I've got Shure. I've got a Shure mic. Yeah. You know, this microphone is the microphone that your hero, the Jackson of Michael, recorded Thriller on.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Not this particular one.
But, yeah. I was going to say it's a bit weird.
I just got hold of it. It was just going. It was going at a boot sale.
Does it act as deodorant as well?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's also called Right Guard. Yeah, so we'll be talking about Icke and his simulation theory. We're also going to be touching as best we can on the Epstein lists, which isn't a list. Like a lot of people have sent me who's on the list, but I haven't actually sent the list.
You just made the list,
but it's not actually a list. It's just the court documents talking about people that have been mentioned in court over this, right? So I don't really know what, we've got a few names to throw about, obviously, how they jump into the protection of some and,
would I jump
throwing others in that potentially ain't there, which is a bit weird, right? Go on.
Matt, would I jump to the protection of some?
Yes, you would definitely jump to the protection of the person whose microphone this used to belong to, right? Also, we're going to be talking about the New Year's honours list, which is very fucking. I always wonder why they do this, right? I always wonder why people want to be on it. If I got offered a New Year's honour from the family of royal, I would say, "Nah, it's all right. Don't want shit names after. Don't want to be a sir. Don't want to be anything like that, right?" So I just wouldn't bother. Also, what else was he going to do? Talk about the Blackpool Tower and the Tetris gamer. The teenager that finally beat Tetris after how many years has Tetris been? About 36 years, I think they said. Tetris came out 36 years ago. And finally it's been beaten, whatever that means. Have you frozen there? Lee, are you there? I think Lee's lost his internet.
Here we are.
He's back. Did you just message me?
Yeah, I lost it, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was you. Was it you or me? Anyway, moving on. Hopefully that won't happen again. So the kid's beaten Tetris after 36 years. I don't really know why anyone's still playing Tetris after 36 years, especially a kid. Of all the games he's got today, like VR, like Icke down here, talking about we're all wearing a VR headset. This kid, what a crap thing. We've got such a good VR headset that we give ourselves an entire existence out of it, and this kid goes and plays Tetris.
Yeah, I know what I'll play. I won't play Call of Duty or the other modern games. I'll go and play Tetris.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Right, we'll do a bit of feedback first before we get on here. So, the first bit of feedback. So, do you remember we did that about the Matthew Perry stuff?
Yeah.
With a little bit ago. Was someone here called The Real Q Mac, right? And he's replied to this. I got this yesterday, right? So it said, I believe he was turned with the god of bats. Right. Tuned with the god of bats. Batman means something. He was actually a real god named Camazot. And then it says research it, right? So there's a bit of a... Yeah, exactly. It's a bit of that. So that's why I thought I'd read that one out. So cheers for that. Got a bit more here. This is from Becky, right? So this was a strange one. Becky, hi guys, happy new year, great podcast. Hope you don't mind me asking, but what is the guitar solo that plays at the end of your show? I love it. Smiling emoji. So I looked at the show. This was the show she replied to was UFOs confirmed by the Pentagon. It's a show that we put out in something like July 2020. Now, that's how long ago it was. So I thought, what is she talking about? And I used to play us out with some slow guitar solo, right? And I remember this because it was royalty-free music, and I had to play us out with something. I had no technology whatsoever, so I didn't want to pay anybody. So I just found this slow guitar that I could sort of have in the background and fade out, like just to end the show. So it ended with something, right? So it was. I looked it up because I forgot all about it, and I wanted to tell you. I don't know if Becky listens to the modern shows, or she's still, probably on. August 2020 at the moment. So she won't hear this for a couple of years.
2.5 years back.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that was called, the track was called Tomorrow, and it was on bensound.com, right? I don't know who it was by, but it was called Tomorrow. If you want to get the full, it's just, I used to play mainly the full version of it anyway, but that's what it was. But cheers for the feedback, Becky. This is from the last show we did, and this is from Felony 75. She was a flat earther, and I was saying that Mel, hello, Jake. I was saying that Mel is a flat earther and was getting pissed off with me slagging flat earth all the time. And she's just written humpy Mel, ha, because she got a bit of the hump when I was slagging off flat earth. Oh, right, and also, this is from, do you remember Bo from Melbourne? Remember the joke you made about Bo?
Yeah.
Has he got a sister called Arrow?
Yeah.
Right. So he says, Lee, I do have a sister named Arrow. Then he says, no, mate, you unbelievable clown. You want some, I'll give it you. Merry Christmas to you both, and thanks for all the great content this year from Bo from Melbourne. Also got some beers for Christmas. Matthew Curd, thanks for the beers. Sarah Hadley, thanks for the beers. And Bo from Melbourne, I'm sure some of that came from Arrow. And he's wrote, violated by gas, Merry Christmas, Matt and Lee. And then Matthew has written, thanks for all the shows this year. Have a good Christmas, you pair of unbelievable clowns. And Sarah Hadley has put Merry Christmas and then some Christmas emojis. I think that was all. It was other feedback. I only read out the Spotify stuff and people sending gifts and whatever. Oh, Jake's written, I'm finally catching a liberal show and then writ live show. Yeah, it's not a liberal show. What are you talking about? We do play music.
My name's Swift, you better recognize now.
We're going to get on with some topics in a minute. But first of all, right, so we asked the Wildstone Raider to come on. Because we played some of his Chris. I said, mate, come on the show. I said, do you ever listen? He said, yeah. I said, what do you think about me and Lee? And he says this.
You're a pair of pricks.
So he doesn't. I don't think he wants to come on the show. Slagging us off there, the Raider, right? I don't know, but
it's like all his teeth are gone now. It's like
I think he's got his teeth, but it's like he's got a mouthful of golf balls or something.
Yeah, it's you pair of pricks.
I know. And then I said to him, like, some of the guests come on the show, and then they find a bit more luck with the ladies afterwards, right? Yeah. So I said, you want, like, if you come on, you might lose your V plates, Raider. So what do you think about that? And he goes, all right, can you play my message? I said, all right, I will. And this is what he sent me.
Hello, ladies. I'm the man that you want. I'm the man of your dreams. And if you want some, I promise to give it to you. The best night of your life, darling. You want some?
And if you're not female, if you didn't get turned on by that, I'm telling you. If you don't know who this guy is, go look at him. What?
Do you know what they should make a character of him in Family Guy?
You know what he looks a bit like, but a really skinny version. He looks like the old man from Up.
Yeah,
like, you remember that cartoon? Yeah. He's got like the square head like that, and like the really sort of straight mouth, weird shit, right? Right. So should we talk about Icke then? Get straight onto this, so people don't complain. Don't take too long to get to topic. Yeah. What did I say? It was this here. So Lee can actually hear things this week. So let's see what Icke.
I'm not deaf.
Let's see what Icke. For some reason, people put these little games underneath, like Farmville or whatever the fuck this is, to make you watch somehow. Oh, I don't care about what Icke's saying, but I want to watch this game. That's how people seem to. They think people want to do this. Before we get into this, the reason that I selected, I was saying to Lee before the show, I keep forgetting that that wasn't on the show. But I got my son a VR headset for Christmas. and it's very, very realistic, very odd experience to use. Me and Lee was talking about it beforehand. And Icke, obviously, this is a bit of a topic for Icke, and Icke's decided that that mirrors actual reality, and the future had bigger things than that we're all wearing this. This is what Icke has to say about it, right? Hopefully everyone can hear this.
What if this biological computer was the equivalent of a 5 cents, not just 1 cent, a 5 cents headset, and the only way you could take it off your consciousness is if you leave this reality?
If you die.
Yeah. So you're in the womb and your body computer is
Why has that gone off? Am I still here, Lee?
Yeah, you're still there, though.
Why isn't this playing?
Is it your net?
Well, if I'm still here, it ain't my net, is it? Oh, my God. TikTok is... Right, anyway. Now, TikTok's fucking up. You can see it is.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try and play that again in a second. So what he's essentially... So I think people get the gist there, right? So what he's essentially saying is that he believes that our reality that we experience is a 5 senses virtual reality that we're plugged into from elsewhere, and that nothing is real.
Like
Now,
the Matrix.
the thing I couldn't get about him saying this is with a VR headset, you can't, and I was talking about the boxing game that I've been playing on the VR. The problem with it is not that you'd want to feel punches, but you can't feel the punches. And that's the unrealistic part of it. How could you, if everyone's like the Matrix, plugged into the back of their head or whatever he's suggesting in a VR headset, different reality, and we're not actually near it. It's like, if, say you was in a VR headset and you come to this studio, how can I physically touch you if you're elsewhere?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can't.
Like, what is it? The Force? Like, even Star Wars couldn't imagine that. Well, I mean, Luke Skywalker allegedly pretended to be somewhere else in the stupid fucking film, and they couldn't actually hit him with anything because he wasn't actually there, but he projected himself to be there.
I'm sure
So if a Jedi can't do it, how the fuck can Icke imagine it?
I'm sure he comes up with this stuff. He just sits there and imagines stuff. He must be so deep in these conspiracy theories, so he must sit on his sofa every day and think, right, what could possibly be fake now?
Yeah, hang on, let's see if it plays now.
Because he thinks everything's fake.
No, it won't play. It still won't play. They've probably banned this at some. Let's go back a page and see if I can get it to play. It was this one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, it still won't play.
I reckon they took it down, mate.
They could well have done.
Yeah. Let me see if mine plays.
What, on your phone?
Yeah. Yeah, 1 second.
Because I prep all this stuff up. And
if you go down the
there's a different one that will play. Look.
Simulation hypothesis.
Let's play this one instead.
All these mysteries of life that cannot be explained by the official version of this reality start to get answered. Then in April 2021, there was an article in Scientific American, a mainstream science magazine, obviously in America. And it was an academic and said he'd concluded that this is a simulation and that the limit of it is the speed of light. I nearly fell off my bloody chair. The laws of physics, what we call the laws of physics, are the limits of the game as encoded into the game by the creators of the game. If you go down the...
So, like, we're going to do a deep dive on this on the Patreon at some point. We was talking about this before the show, right? Because him saying that, he's now saying it's all a game. There's creators of the game and blah, blah, blah. Now it's all a simulation. It's all a game, so it doesn't really matter. The real deception, the creators are elsewhere in a different reality. We're being controlled in a different reality. So why does he reference this reality at all then when he's talking about the royal families and bloodlines and things that go in your arm and, everything else he talks about? Like, if it's just a simulation, it doesn't make any sense. We're going to deep dive on Icke in the first, I think we're doing 9/11 in January, probably in February on the Patreon. We're going to deep dive on all of Icke's claims Because I listen to Ike and I think that's credible, that's interesting, but none of them seem to correlate with each other. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's quite conflicted with his theories, isn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't really understand. This one, if I hover my thing over it, they all move, but this one doesn't. The one I want to play doesn't.
It played on my phone.
Oh right, okay. Well, I don't really know what's going on then. Let's try again. Nope, it won't play. But anyway, he's literally talking about headsets, so it doesn't really matter what he's said. His theory is what we've just said, that we're all living in a simulation. But as I was saying, some scientist told Neil deGrasse Tyson that he looked into the sky or something, into space, and then eventually zoomed in enough that he saw zeros and ones. And he said it to Neil deGrasse Tyson's face, and Neil deGrasse Tyson was a bit bewildered by like, what do you mean? So I don't know.
He's quite blunt, that guy, isn't he? He's like, if you say something to him and he just doesn't agree, he will just shoot you down with facts.
Hang on a minute. Let's see what Richard Worrell says here. I think what he's trying to say is that we live in some sort of energy life form, and that it has been trapped in the body by the evil others or some BS like that. Yeah,
because he references the Garden of Eden, doesn't he, in the snake?
Yeah, I see him talking about that. Yeah.
So and his references, like, everything's like the snake didn't talk. It's a I forget the word he uses, but it's a reference. It's something you can use. Like, the snake is evil. So the evil in the world is basically...
Did you go off on other videos then after I sent you that one? It sent you to others. Because there's a few of them, weren't there? Was that about simulation though? That one?
Yeah. So he was like that was in this video here. It was near the end.
What, the one that I sent you that I can't get to play? Fucking typical, isn't it? I knew I'd seen it on something. So yeah, I can't really be bothered to refresh it to try again. I don't think it's going to work, and now I can't even find the screen, and it's just causing me too much problems. Let's add you refresh like that. All right, let's try that.
Happy New Year.
What if
Here we go.
this
I got
biological computer was the equivalent of a 5 cents, not just 1 cent, a 5 cents headset, and the only way you could take it off your consciousness is if you leave this reality.
If you die.
Yeah. So you're in the womb and your body computer is developing. You come out of the womb and there's your parents. They've got headsets on. Your siblings got headsets on. You go to school, the teachers have got headsets on. All your mates have got headsets on. You turn on the television, someone's reading the news with a freaking headset on. You go out into the world of work and everyone has got headsets on, believing this reality to be real. And you are going to have the headset on, decoding the matrix constantly until you leave this world. And you go through an experience where you leave the body and you're in a different realm of physics because this is no longer functioning. You are going to believe, Brian, clearly, just look at the compilations on the internet of a game.
The music run out.
You're going to believe that this reality is as it seems to be, and what you're being told is what is the real world, when actually it's just a decoding mechanism. People say biological is natural. Okay, it's a natural body, and natural trees and all that stuff. I'm not saying these things don't exist in some other reality, of which this is a copy. I mean, a bad copy, as the Gnostics described it in their documents. This is a bad copy of prime reality.
Kind of like where we had the Garden of Eden and then another version which we're now living in.
And you trick them into it. Now, this is interesting. Garden of Eden. Who tricked them?
The snake.
Snake. What's that symbolic of? I've said to Christian people, do you really think that that's describing a talking snake? It's all symbolic. It's all symbolic. And then you say, well, what happened is that brought them into the trap is they saw good and evil. What's that? Polarity. Polarity. This whole simulation is polarity. It's basically an electrical system. It's an electrical electromagnetic system. That's this level that we're experiencing. The rest is plasma. It's this electrical level. And electricity requires polarity, which is why, and what's happening is they're trying to get the population to respond to that polarity all the time.
I remember hearing you once describe the situation we're in with the world right now as imbalance.
Imbalance, yeah. Well, what we need, in my view, is one hand fricking clapping, and then we might get somewhere. Because what happens is imposition, polarity. Mm-hmm. Resistance to the imposition, polarity. Oh, you've got electrical system now. We don't need resistance. We need to say we're not doing it. We're not cooperating. And then you've got one hand clapping, and you've taken the polarity out. You've taken
it all falls apart.
The system that connects you both. Mm-hmm. I mean, Israel and Hamas are two polarities in an electrical system. And the people taking the consequences are the civilians on both sides caught up in it. It's everywhere you look. It's polarity.
Are they clapping for the NHS?
Probably, but if he can clap with his fingers, he'd be clotheslining everyone in sight.
Oh, mate.
I don't know. What do you reckon of that?
It's really strange. He says that like you go to work, everyone's got a headset on. Your kids go to school, they've got a headset on. Surely if you've got a headset on, you don't need to go anywhere, because
I know
everything would be.
But we're putting headsets on within the headset that he's saying we're in.
If you got a headset,
too much of a head fuck for me.
Yeah, you can't see anyone else with a headset if you got a headset on.
No,
it's really conflicted with his theories, and he should think about things like that. Oh, you go to work, you got a headset on. You go to school, got a headset on. You know, it's like. No, if you've got a headset on, then, and the five senses as well. What is it?
But he's saying it's not actually a headset. So it's like I guess it's the way they talk now about like you can literally have your phone in your eyes, or like they're going to put your phone in glasses. You sort of blink at directions you want to do and stuff. That's in the work. So I guess he's suggesting that we've evolved so much that I'm sorry. Another thing that doesn't make sense about it is if we evolved to such a good level that we got this AI, elsewhere, and everything's a computer and all this malarkey, why would we want to go back and play the 60s again? And be in times of no technology. I don't know, but some people prefer that. What's Richard saying here? Hang on a minute. Let's put this up here. Richard Worrell, have you seen his videos about the reincarnation loop? He goes on to explain we are energy and the lizard people trap us in this loop to harvest the negative engines from the suffering of life. No, I've never seen that.
No.
So he's no better then. Yeah, so he's no better than about that. So he even though he's awake, he claims, he's still part of the loop that they're harvesting from. So
why is he? But why is he in the all-knowing David Icke? This is what kills me about David Icke. Why does he just know about this stuff? Why don't anyone else know about this stuff? Is it? I don't know. I kind of like,
and he gets a bit worked up whenever he's put under scrutiny and actually asked to like zero in on what he's actually talking about. He gets a bit stroppy, like unless people are sitting there with their mouth open, like, wow, you're so smart. Yeah. He doesn't really know what to say. Like, that's how I've found it anyway. But I mean, I'm not. We've spoke about the simulation theory a few times on this show, and I can't comprehend it. But to say that we're not is just closed-minded, and what the fuck do we know? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's I can't get my head around this sort of stuff. When I had to watch it about 3 or 4 times to actually get to know what he was saying. Yeah,
I know. Yeah. What do you think about it, Raider?
If you want some, you can fucking have some.
Oh, can you say anything else, you stupid little cunt? I can't listen to this fucking made a fucking life and job out of it. Let's ask Gary instead. Gary, what do you think about David Icke? Let's ask Gary. Gary?
In the cosmos of Icke, where theories unfold, a simulation tale, so I'm told, lizard people lurking in the code, a digital drama, on this theory road, pixels and bytes, our realities blend, according to Icke, it's all pretend, simulated existence, a cosmic play, in this virtual world, where truth holds sway, angelic algorithms, in the algorithmic dance, David's convictions, a mystical trance, a simulated puppet, strings to dismiss, in this pixelated realm of Icke's abyss. So here's to David, the sage with a twist, in his simulated world. Does truth persist? A sarcastic nod to theories amiss, in this virtual existence. Oh, what bliss.
Well, cheers, Gary. What do you reckon about that then, Lee? Gary taking the piss out of Icke.
Got it.
No, that's brilliant. That is an award-winning poem. That I like it.
Exactly. Why would they simulate, like, if they want to take negative shit from life, what like Icke's saying, why do they make people win the lottery then?
Yeah.
And have fantastic lives in the simulation.
If it is a simulation, please let me win the lottery.
Yeah, I know. That's why when people say, like, The Secret, that book, like,
Yeah.
if you think something, you manifest it.
Law of
say,
attraction.
right? The law of attraction. You ever tried that?
Yeah.
I've tried it, but I don't believe it, so I can't manifest it.
Yeah,
Like, you can tell in your head, I'm going to manifest the lottery win. I'm going to believe. I believe I'm going to win. And in the back of it, you think, I don't think I'm going to win the lottery. There's no fucking chance I'm going to win.
So interesting in that, like, so Jim Carrey, before he became a famous actor, he used to have a $10 bill on his ceiling.
Jake Miller quickly there.
Yeah, and don't affect
my wages.
Yeah, so he used to have a $10 bill on his ceiling, and he used to manifest that into a $10,000 bill all the time. Like, and he said that, like, Jim Carrey, he believes in the law of attraction.
What, and he manifested money into more money.
No, so he manifested his career. So they say if you can see it, you can believe it, and you can do it. So if you can see yourself in big movie parts and things like that, which he said he did, then he would get rich through that.
Yeah, I kind of believe that, but that's just positivity.
Yeah.
Isn't that just like a case of fortune favors the brave? Like you just, I'm going to get this part, and you go in full of confidence, and that's attractive to people. People like confident people. No one wants to see someone shuffling their feet. Well, just little old me. I'm going to try and get this job as best I can. All this shit. Do you know what I mean? Who wants that? You ain't having the job. Fucking, I hate that shit when people do that.
You look like a dwarf then.
Did I? You're not allowed to say that.
Bouncy balls, mate.
Yeah, I know. But it's like they're coming out, you know, I'm just Susie from Cheltenham. I can't believe I'm going to get a chance. Oh, you ain't got a chance now because you fucking don't believe in yourself, you scabby bitch. That's what I think.
No, mate.
Oh dear.
Right, we should move on to the Epstein list. I think I don't know if I've got anything up about this. Let's have a quick look in here to see if I've got any presentations about this.
I think on the news, the Epstein list were 3 people, weren't they?
Right, yeah. And who are the 3 people?
So it was Andrew, Jacko, and Trump.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always like Trump.
Yeah.
Trump... So from what I'm gathering, I don't know this, right? But from what I'm gathering, Trump wasn't on the plane, no plane lists. But the people are going, but he was still associated. Like they have to put him there. Bill Clinton is on there endlessly.
Yeah.
Which is strange.
Yeah.
And Jackson, I've only said, did they say he was on the flights, Jackson?
I can't remember, but with Jacko, and I'm going to stand in Jacko's defense here a little bit.
Of course you are.
Everything that comes up about paedophilia in Hollywood or the music.
Don't say that word on YouTube.
Oh,
you mean
sorry.
Yeah, the P word.
Yeah, the P word. It kind of like his name always comes up, and it's like, come on, get a new fucking story, guys. Get something original. That don't keep going back to the old crap all the time. And with Trump as well, they're like, again, my defense on Trump, they're trying to deplatform Trump through any means possible, right?
Did you see like them two states now have stopped him being able to be voted for it? Like, do you imagine the precedent that could make? Like, if like in America, like it's American politics, we'll get back to Epstein in 2 secs, but say if like the Republicans won the election and then they said all the states they won, the Republican candidate can't run next time.
Yeah,
I think, you got to watch where you're going with this shit.
Yeah,
right? You
but
just
they
can't...
could do that to Biden as well.
That's what I'm
So
saying. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
If the Republicans won and Trump won, say if they won,
Yeah.
and then they banned they banned any Democrat running in any of the states that they're governor of. Like,
Yeah.
it's just stupid. You can't run a fucking democracy like that. Let the people decide. They don't want him, they won't have him. If you allow it to be fair, then if they want him, they should have him. It's like, it's just fucking weird.
Have you heard this new guy in America? This Vivek guy, this Asian guy.
Nah.
He's pro. Don't get me wrong. He's pro Republican. He's not a Democrat, and he's very he's so truthful and so brutally honest.
Is he though? Like, you be careful about that. I don't like any politicians.
No, is the way when someone says something, he will tear that person down with, like, I don't know, with you've got to listen to him to appreciate.
Yeah, I've not seen him. I'll have to look, but I won't. I'll probably. There'll be people picking holes in what he's saying and fact checking him or whatever.
Yeah.
Epstein list. So the other things was Mikel Arteta is on the Epstein Island list, apparently.
Is he?
Well, listen to what I'm going to say. And also some Chelsea player, a young Chelsea player.
All right.
And what people don't realise about this is that the list they're just looking up list and coming up with this scenario. What list they're taking these two people from, and many others, is the first celebrity people to get COVID list. So Mikel Arteta at the time of Epstein Island was just an Everton player, probably. Why the fuck would he be there? And the Chelsea guy was about 12.
Yeah.
Because he's only young now. So, like, there's no way that they both got COVID straight away. And it was on this list of celebrities that have got COVID, like in the early 2020, whatever. So that's where they're getting that from. What's Jake saying here? It's a bit weird over here, but I think we got... I think it got overturned for Trump getting taken off the vote. Oh, it got overturned, did it? Well, the fact that they tried to do it was bad enough. The fact that they feel comfortable trying to do that is bad enough. But yeah, Stephen Hawking then on the... what the fuck's he going to do with anybody? How many times, Nathan, how many times was Hawking on the flights?
5 times!
Fuck, he's outraged about it, this bloke. I can't fucking believe it. 5 times? I'm sure. I think it was more than that.
Did he get on a plane first because he was disabled?
Yeah, I think so. Hello, Cleo. I don't know what Hawking is going to do with anybody.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, you're not going to leave him to his own devices with him, are you?
No. What's he going to do? Like, computer abuse them to death?
He's not talk to him like Gary.
Yeah. Take your bra off.
What about like if this is like this one's, she's not like, you know, let's assume they were just trafficked but not underage, right?
Yeah.
So like, and it's maybe she's into a bit of celebrities or whatever. She's like, can you give it to me rough, Steve? And he's like, what do you want me to run you over? What else can he do?
Yeah.
I can move this muscle in me cheek a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, sexy.
Yeah, spit in my face, Epstein. Oh, sorry, you're dribbling already.
Not Epstein, fucking, not Epstein. What's his name? Fucking Hawking. Epstein didn't get any action on his own island. What's going on there?
Yeah.
I own an island. I'll have all these birds. Oh, here comes Hawking to steal them all.
Here comes the stud.
Yeah. Hawkins got his new Michelins on his on his chair of wheels. Anyway,
Commodore 64 on his lap.
It does make me laugh that he's on there. It wasn't got a Commodore 64 to move his cheek muscles. So someone came onto one of my lives on the Tocker Tick the other day and said that a girl called Stacey, she's on our Patreon, I think still. She said that she's reading through all of the documents, and there isn't actually a list. There's just mentions of people that are associates of him in the cult system that have. So I don't think there's actually a list. People keep saying this person's on the list. There hasn't been a list released. So it's just people they've mentioned. So sort of
fake news
on there, you know. So says Trump, but
don't affect my wages. You just made the list.
None of them are on the list.
If you was on the list, would you say that? someone would go, "Oh, Matt, you're on the list. Yeah, don't affect my wages."
Probably because if someone said you were on the list, I'd say.
So what are you babbling about?
Because there's no way I've ever been there.
A lot of people are on our list.
I think I went to Epstein Island once and I saw these skid marks. I thought, oh, fucking Hawkins been here. I'm getting out of here. All right, anyway. What do you want to talk about next then? The New Year's honours list. Talking of lists. What is the fucking point in that?
I know. Like these things were brought in back in the day to have people to be knights of the realm.
Well, not
Like,
days.
to fight for the king or queen, but they're still doing this crap, and it's really shit.
Yeah,
It's really old-fashioned and outdated. Let's get with the times.
They was all files as well, didn't they? Like fucking Rolf Harris was on there.
Yeah.
So these people, I've never heard of them, but they recognise 1,227 people. They call it recognised. So what if they didn't recognise it?
What about if you were blind?
Talking of recognised, was this bloke on there?
My name is Swift, you better recognize now.
He was singing that to the king. You better recognise him. He's not on there still, I don't think. People, people across the country in all fields of work have been handed honours to celebrate their contributions to society, community of their areas of employment. They range from politicians, of course, musicians, authors and actors to senior diplomats. What is a senior diplomat? What about a junior diplomat? Do they get on there ever?
Well, what's your work role, junior diplomat? What do you do?
Junior diplomat.
I shadow the senior diplomat in learning how to be a diplomat. Yeah.
England cricketer Stuart Broad is made a commander of the Order of the British Empire. Why? He's just catch the ball for a living. Like, what the fuck? Why is he a commander of anything? Do you understand?
Yeah, Richard just said the nonsense of the round table.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones star Emilia Clarke and her mother Jenny. We'll give it to her. Might as well give one to her mum as well while we're at it. What's her mum do? Is she an actress?
Yeah. But the thing is, so Emilia Clarke was in Game of Thrones. She was the.
I know who she is.
Yeah. So, like her and her mum, I think they got a charity, like a brain injury charity or something like that. And
because she's got something wrong with her, and doesn't she have fits or something? Emilia
I think
Clarke?
so. Yeah. I'm not sure. I've not really dug into her that deep.
England Lionesses captain Millie Bright has been made an OBE for what?
I know. See, this is madness.
With teammates Mary Earps and Lauren Hemp made MBEs for services to football. What services? The women's game's only been going about 2 years.
Yeah. It's inclusion, Matt. Don't you realise that? It's inclusion.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean, I'm not like give a fuck. Give them all these honours don't mean anything to me.
No.
So William Blackledge Beaumont, CBE, for World Rugby, service to rugby union, football and charity. Sir Ridley Scott, who's that? So
is a film producer, I think, or a director or something.
Both, it says, for services to the UK film industry. Dames Grand Cross of the Order of the British Empire. Fuck knows.
If you're a Dane, aren't you already been sort of like knighted?
Yeah, I think so. They just given. Remember when Alan Sugar was Sir Alan, and then he became Lord Sugar.
Yeah. It's gone up in a
Order of the Bath. Is this for smelly people? This one. Get in a fucking bath. Knights commander of the Order of the Bath, Max Benjamin Rowland Hill KC.
I think you say Roland Rat then.
Yeah. Order of the British Empire, Dr. Margaret whatever that says. I don't even want to read any of these. These are all irrelevant people.
If somebody
but they're going to be bragging about this.
If somebody come up to me and said, "Hi, I'm Lord Sugar," I'll be like, "No, you're Alan, not Lord Sugar. You're Alan." Alan.
Exactly. You're Alan.
I'm going to call you by your name.
I love people that think that they're famous get to call him Alan. I'll just call him Alan. I don't have to call him Lord. Dr. Jung Chang, author for services to literature and history. How can you have services to history? What does that mean, even?
I don't know.
You got services to history, yeah?
Yeah. What is it? Is it a historian or something like that? I
Probably.
don't know.
Hugh Charles Davis. Do you remember Hugh Davis?
Yeah.
He's got one. Lately cheated. British Association for Supported Employment. I wonder if that's him.
Yeah.
For disabled people. That won't be him.
Wasn't he a line manager?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Yeah.
Don Black, lyricist, or whatever that is, for services to... This is all... I ain't reading any more of these out. Let's get on to talk about this Blackpool Tower thing. Right, put it this way, right? Everyone that was listed on the New Year's Honours list this year, all of you...
You just made the list!
Now you're on the Whatcast list as well. Congrats. Pedos in the making, a lot of you. Right, here we go. So, panic. Here we go. This is a story about the Blackpool Tower fire updates. Police reveal blaze is actually orange netting after tourists evacuate. There's the orange netting, look. So someone thought that was a fire, but they're literally just fixing the top of the Blackpool Tower. Someone put orange netting on it, and that was it.
Matt, have you got the picture up? Because it hasn't come up.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I've got it up. I can change it. Hold on, it'll be up in a sec. Present. I forget that I've got it on. If I had it on window, it'd be there. But if I put it, I've got it up on, what do they call it? Tabs. Here we go.
Oh, right. Okay.
Blackpool Tower. Right, there it is. So, yeah, the orange netting at the top there. You can see that.
How did they say that was fire?
Man in cuffs at scene. Fire actually just orange netting. Significant disruption. Fire service issues statement. What does their statement say? Let's have a look. So if you're a worldwide listener, Blackpool Tower is a bit of a Eiffel Tower rip-off in Blackpool. Bit shit. And over the Christmas period, they thought there was a fire. There actually wasn't a fire there. It was just orange netting because someone was fixing something at the top. And no one knew. Fire crews rushed to the scene to extinguish what they believed were flames on Thursday afternoon. A specialist climbing team, they're specialised in climbing the Blackpool Tower, do they?
What, they climbed up it and not went up it the normal
Do you think you could climb it, though?
No. Because I'm too fat.
It's a bit of a ladder, isn't it? Hello, Michelle Ezra.
Not with this 100-day cough that I've got.
No, 100-day cough. I've got sort of got that, but I don't really get coughs. But I've got 100-day chest infection instead.
Yeah.
So I've only got like 3 months to go with it. Then, according to that,
I know. Yeah.
Bit weird. So it says a specialist climbing team was on the scene, and visitors were told to stay away, while rescue teams tended to the believed blaze. What do you mean? Were they actually spraying water at the netting? They tended to the blaze. It was no blaze
going
there.
out.
Yeah. Oh fuck! This is a strong fire. Fucking hell!
Didn't they see any smoke?
I've never seen flames dripping before after I've sprayed them. Oh, what that is? It's orange netting, you bellends. I'd be so pissed off if I was fire service though, trying to have a quiet Christmas and New Year, and someone called me out for this.
Yeah.
Lancashire Fire and Rescue Service has said to have reported Blackpool Tower was a false alarm, and it was actually orange netting. They said the specialist rope rescue team gained access to and confirmed there was no fire. So, I hope I could tell that from the ground.
Is that a horse's head on top of the Blackpool Tower?
A horse's head?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's a camera there. That's a CCTV camera.
Yeah, it looks like a horse's head.
Yeah. Fucking look at this. Right, hang on. Yeah, so man arrested. So a man was arrested on suspicion of breach of the police before the false Blackpool Tower. He was revealed. So they claimed like they was even arresting people for setting fire to the Blackpool Tower. Fuck me. Our helicopter was flown to the tower and there was no fire. We can confirm what we've seen is orange netting. One man has been arrested on suspicion of breach of the police and has been transported to custody. What do you mean? What have you accused him of?
Yeah.
Specialist climbing team, the rope rescue team went to the landmark along with other professionals. There's the landmark there. And it gives you a load of history about when it opens. I don't care about when it opens. Couldn't give a fuck, right? So, yeah. Blackpool Tower. There's more of a
care
fire
about
going on
monuments.
behind us here, right? Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
the monuments. Pour it down. That was all racist in the past anyway. The bloke that built that had slaves. So it don't
Yeah.
matter.
Well, it's not
Right.
called Blackpool Tower anymore. It's called False Alarm.
It is. It's called that the Tower of Fire. It might be look like a massive candle if there was a fire at the top of
Yeah.
that.
Didn't nobody see any smoke come out from it and think, no, it's not a fire?
Let's watch. Yeah, obviously
Common
not.
sense, right?
Yeah, you can't do that. So we're going to share this screen here. So I've got this is the story of this week. One of the stories. This kid here, right? So this kid here has beaten Tetris. I've put it on the. Hopefully it will play and everyone will be able to hear it. He's beaten Tetris. So people believed. I think it was you could only get up to Tetris level 25, and that it was so fast that no one could do it. This kid was on like 156 or something. So apparently the way Tetris works is it regenerates the next level on the go, like, and you have to be faster than Tetris can regenerate the level to beat the game. And no one's ever got close to beating the game. He's 42-minute video. I live streamed it, this kid. I'm not going to play 42 minutes, but I've got to the bit that he kind of gets to beat it. So let's watch his reaction to this, right? Can you let me know if you can hear it, Lee?
Yeah.
You can, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Mate, that's fast.
Yeah, I know.
Please crash.
He's asking for it to crash.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Whoa!
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god! I'm gonna pass out.
Back off.
What's he going to do with his spare time now, though?
It's like hyperventilating.
Now, what is he going to do with his spare time now? He hasn't got that game to play anymore.
Gas go down, go boom boom, my
I
friend.
know. What do you think about that, Lee?
It is cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, I thought that.
I would love for him to try that again and foul at level 25.
Yeah, I know. Thing is, now he's done it, there won't be any thrill in doing it again. Like, I wonder if he's got so good at it that now he's going to, next time he crashes the game, he'd just be pissed off that the game crashed because he couldn't get to the next level, rather than actually having a wank about it, which is what he did that time. Like, how old? I mean, I'm not trying to knock the kid. Do you know what I mean? Like, how old do you reckon? He sounded about 11. Yeah, he did. His voice hadn't broke yet, had it? But
it's
in the days of headsets and Xboxes and PlayStation, PS5 and all this sort of shit, why is he knocking one out over Tetris?
I know.
That's what I found weird about it.
Yeah, it's probably he's probably into his retro games. I got a retro game for him for Christmas, and it crashed, and I didn't get past level 1.
Did you have a wank about it? You should have done a reaction video to use on that.
No, it crashed because it was crap.
So you got a Did you get one of them ones that's supposed to be reloaded with loads of games?
Yeah, so it had 20,000 games on. You put it in the back of your telly. You can play all the Street Fighter games, etc. Everything, right? The music was cracking, right?
Yeah.
It was like it said press start. I was pressing start, weren't working. Everything was on, and when I did press start and it actually decided to work, I weren't controlling the person.
Yeah.
So I was like, "This is shite." I've got.
So how much did it cost you, or did it a gift?
Somebody got it for me for Emma got it for me for Christmas, so she's gonna. We sent it back.
So did you know how much it was though? Or was it not telling you?
Kind of, yeah. It's not hard. It's not hard if you go on the Zone of Emma.
Well, you went and had a look. How much fucking money did you waste on that shit?
No, I think it was about 40 odd quid.
Fucking hell! When it crashed immediately.
Yeah.
What the fuck? This is Grant, I think, down here, right? So he's saying, I used to knock one out over the cassette cover of Ice Tea Power. What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. I don't know. You're losing me there, Grant. Is that an Australian thing? I don't know. What did you used to knock one out overlay? Game wise, I'm talking about.
Oh, game wise, nothing.
No, I can't say.
Catalogs.
I can't say I ever ejaculated playing a game.
Catalogs in a class of DT.
Catalogs.
Do you remember in DT you used to get the catalogs?
No, I remember you've mentioned it before on the Patreon, one of the Patreon shows that we did, but I don't remember having the catalogs. What do you have catalogs for in there?
I have no idea. And we always used to go to the women's section, the lingerie section.
Lingerie?
Yeah, that was the closest thing to porn we were getting at that age.
Yeah.
Sexualizing children. That's why they stuck their catalogs in there, because they knew you'd do that.
Yeah. I don't remember. What was DT? Design Technology?
Yeah.
I don't think I had that. I had
Do you remember
DC, Design and Communication.
In the art block, it was right at the back of the art block. As you go in, you've got bass class, you've got
bass go down, go boom,
Gas go down, go boom, boom, my friend.
Yeah.
Then you had opposite us, you had the guy with the monocle in.
Oh, who the fuck was that? I remember. I sort of remember what you're talking about.
What was his name? And then you go right up the end, and you've got all the DT classes there, all the woodwork and everything.
Yeah, I remember where you are. I just don't remember having any magazines there.
What was it called when you was there? Design and Communication.
No, there was designs. There's DC, Design and Realization, Design and Communication. There was two.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah. So
we just had Design Technology.
It was a one encompassing both. No one cares about this shit anyway. Just knocking one out over magazines of lingerie is basically saying, right? So, what else did you get over? Because we're talking about that gamer there. Yeah. Did you have anything at Christmas that you opened? Oh my god! Or was it all like?
Do you know what? We done a Secret Santa for Christmas, and my sister-in-law had me, and we had a wish list. Like she
unwrapped you.
No,
you was the Secret Santa. Fucking hell!
Yeah. Oh, don't say that. People get the wrong idea.
Yeah.
No, so we had a wish list. We had to put everything down on this wish list what we wanted, and then you buy off that wish list. And I must have put something on there by mistake, and it was a little spray bottle of aftershave, like little throwaway.
Well, you'd requested that.
I by mistake. Right?
How do you mistakenly request aftershave?
Because you put the link on the wish list and it brings up the products, but I didn't double check the products. Me being me, didn't double check it and just left it up there. So I'm unwrapping my presents at Christmas, and there's this little throwaway little aftershave spray bottle. And she went, "Oh, I've got you this. You put it on your wish list." Like that, and I was like, I do not remember putting that on my wish list.
I got a Lynx Africa t-shirt.
Everyone gets Lynx Africa,
but I got a t-shirt of it. I was going to actually wear it today.
Yeah,
but yeah, I got Lynx Africa. It's right here.
There you go.
There you go. It's in the studio. What car studios? Lynx Africa. Everyone gets that in the KVO.
I think Lynx Africa actually smells the best out of all the Lynx.
Probably, but
yeah,
that's not a very high bar, is it?
No, it's not.
Well, this stuff sprays the best.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, and these Sure, headphones on as well. Michael Jackson's thing of choice. Right, so in a minute we're going to jump over to Patreon for a bit of a hate of the week. I need to rant about the Flurf 1000, the Flat Earthers camera of choice. So probably going to shut this down now. Thanks for doing this, for joining us on this live today. Anyone that's got involved, everyone that's been jumping in and out, whatever. It's good to be back on here. Next week, I don't know what we're going to do, but on the Patreon, we know what we're going to do for the next couple of months now. So in January, in a couple of weeks' time, we are doing a 9/11 deep dive. We was going to do a Building 7 one. We thought, can we really do an hour and a half on Building 7? Probably not. People have been sending me stuff on 9/11. I probably know quite a lot about it anyway, but we're going to deep dive it, talk about things that we've learned from doing this show, what that contradicts these theories. We'll probably try and get Amelia on it as well for a different point of view, a more conspiratorial one. Not that I'm still don't know what I do and don't believe about 9/11. What do you reckon?
I'm still quite thingy on it, like quite like drawn on it. Really, I don't know. I don't.
To me, it's like a typical conspiracy theory that gets taken too far to the point that I start to disbelieve it was ever conspiracy. Then I kind of remember the first things that were suspicious and think, was it? So I'm kind of on the fence.
I think Adam Fitzgerald changed my mind quite a lot on 9/11.
Yeah, because he's researched it. So people say, do your own research. He actually has, and the research he came to. I don't know if I'd get him on the Patreon. I don't know. I might have a word with him. I don't know. But to go through all of the evidence and whatever and do a proper deep dive on it. And in February, we're probably going to be doing a deep dive on David Icke and all of his theories, playing little clips one by one and talking about what he's talking about and whether it's credible and his story. So we've got the next couple of months lined up for that. I was going to do, someone suggested, what is that drug that Mike Tyson's tried? And someone in the comments might know what I'm talking about here. There's a drug with just initials. It's like, it's supposed to be like dying or something, taking this drug, like, and it really shows you something, or, oh, fuck me. But someone told me we could do an entire show on it.
Really? I'll have to find it out.
Yeah, I don't actually know what it's called. If I can scroll back on my messages people send me, I'll probably find it, but maybe we'll do that. DMT, that's what it is. DMT. We'll have to have a look at that, maybe do that one next week, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah,
and we'll have a look. We'll talk about that and along with the other news stories that we do now. I've decided deep dives are for Patreon. We can have a main topic on these shows, but I'd rather do news shit from the week as well, because it's more fun for us to do rather than, we ain't got time to sit and research every single fucking week all these topics. So if anyone knows anything, Grant, if you know about that, send me some information about anyone else in here or listening to this. If you know about DMT and you've got some videos and links and whatever, send them to me and we'll chat about it next week and see what's what with that. Thank you, everybody. We're nearly up on the hour now. Cheers, everybody, for joining today. Thank you for all of your support and everyone I shouted out to. Cheers for all the beers and that for Christmas. If you want to send some more New Year beers, please feel free. Go subscribe to the Patreon immediately if you're not already on there. There's so many fucking shows to go listen to. Cheers, Adrian Torres, for signing up today. I saw that, or yesterday, for the Patreon. About fucking time for you, because you've been sending so much information and stuff for all the other shows. Thanks for all your support, everybody. Cheers, everybody, and we'll see you later.
See you later.
Right, I'm gonna buzz us out of here with that thing again, Lee. Hang on a minute. Just got to work out how to do it. It's this here little video clip.